All right, here's another Robert Burns song. This one's based on a very true, although much debated story about a young fiddler, Jamie MacPherson, who was, in those days, what they call a cattle lifter. What they call a cattle rustler now, but I love that image of the cattle lifting. I don't know.
It's like cow tipping, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's tough to do. It's real tough.
Well, they don't hang you for cattle tilting, but...
No, it was a competition back home.
Yeah.
That and tossing the caber.
Yeah, really.
No.
No.
So anyway, as these things go, they caught him and decided to hang him. And even though, this as the story goes, he was a great fiddler, and he wrote this tune, a rant, as they called a fiddle tune back then. And he dared anyone in the audience he said, if you can play this back to me, I'll give you this fiddle. No one could, so he broke it over his knee and threw it to the ground. And supposedly to this day, that the remains of that fiddle are still in the MacPherson Museum there. Anyway, Robert Burns got a hold of the story and wrote these wonderful words and put it to
I find this
rant.
to be a disturbing song. Any song that talks about hanging the fiddler.
Hanging fiddlers. He gets nervous.
Paints a poor image for me.
Cue the rope.
But
Where'd Earnie go?
But the way I remember the story as well is he promised he could play this wonderful tune, and if they just give him a fiddle and give him a couple of moments, and they brought a fiddle up to the gallows, and he plays this wonderful tune, and the people that had gathered for the hanging, which most people did for amusement back in those days, they were so moved by this tune that he played, and people had tears coming down their eyes, and it was the most beautiful thing they'd ever heard. And then he hung him.
He was a fiddler after all.
MacPherson's Farewell.